So we begin with the Google Display Network, or GDN as it's known. The Google Display Network is a good starting point because it's a low-cost, mass-reach channel with great targeting options. The Google Display Network, or GDN, is a display advertising channel that allows advertisers to serve display ads to their target audiences using AdWords. So AdWords is Google's ad serving product where you do search and video and display. So this is the display functionality of AdWords itself. The GDN allows advertisers to connect with customers and potential customers using text, using image, using rich media, using video, including YouTube. It reaches millions of websites, and the expansiveness of this network means that you can drive your awareness out to different locations at different times for a relatively low cost investment compared to other channels. It can help you reach consumers when they're browsing websites, reading the news, reading content that's related to your ads or related to your products. So the connection between the content they're reading and your ad, it's hoped that will drive a bit of awareness or connection or interest, or just begin the journey through the top of funnel activity. We can also target people on lifestyles, and we can look at people based on their interests, based on the types of website they look at, based on the content within the websites. We can retarget them. We can also select specific placements. So specific websites, we might find that there is a specific website that we do want to target on the GDN, and we can do that. So specific website targeting is not solely associated with premium buys. You can also do it on the GDN. It tends to be in lower quality ad formats or ad units, but still the option is there. Just to go through some benefits of the Google Display Network, and indeed some drawbacks. So like any display, it does allow for brand awareness. It can drive that consumer intent or interest in the product. We can remarket, and remarketing is quite powerful on the GDN because there is an integration with Google Analytics. So we can remarket to people not only on the pages that they've looked on your website, but the type of activity that they've undertaken on your website, so how long they might have spent, if they're repeat customers, if they came from a certain channel. So that the type of remarketing that Google Analytics allows you to build can be easily transferred to the Google Display Network. It's not able to be transferred to any other network, so there is a USP associated with Google Analytics retargeting and the GDN. Unlike the CPM-based advertising, where you pay for an impression, on the Google Display Network you don't. You only pay if they click through. So your impressions are actually free. So, now there is a caveat to that. The fact is that you will pay if someone clicks through. But we're happy to pay because if they've clicked through, it shows that they have a higher level of intent than someone who just looks at our ad. They've not only looked at our ad, but they've decided to move to the next stage and go to the landing page. So, but our impressions are ultimately free. So our awareness piece gets a benefit of that. Likewise, it's quite measurable, it's countable, and it's flexible because unlike, as we said, with traditional display, if you have an ad up there, your ad has to be up there. It's printed, it's made, and it's on a billboard or whatever like that. Whereas with digital display, your ad could be swapped out very easily. So that flexibility allows you to chop and change in campaign, and if something has to change very quickly, it can happen to turnaround time based on your creative outputs. And that brings us on to the different ad types that are available to us. So because the Google suite involves YouTube and a variety of different ad formats, it's a highly flexible option for us. Now the only drawback is it is very specific in things like file size. So while the format and the messaging can be quite creative, the file size is limited to 150 kilobits. So that gives us a limited scope for highly creative options. We can't do certain things with our creativity simply because the files can't be that big. And as a result, the placements that tend to sign up to the Google Display Network can't command those premium prices. So sometimes we do get shown on less impactful and lower value placements as a result. And because it's such mass, it's such a wide-reaching net, your expectation has to be managed in such a sense that your results don't get skewed beyond what you actually expected.